record. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Chaotic Grind Show. I am your host, Mike Mahaffey. And today we are joined with a special guest, a good friend of mine, Joey Hlasnick, a.k.a. Taco. How you doing, Joe?
Oh, I'm good, buddy. How you been?
Good. Did you receive your free crack pipe yet?
I actually did not. I actually deterred that.
You just didn't want to
take a hard pass on the crack pipe.
Okay, yeah, me too. I was just wondering if everyone was getting one or.
No thanks. I'm good on the crack.
Just the way I start the show. I thought bring up the crack pipe thing.
So what have you been up to, buddy, man? It's been, I can't even begin to think about how long it's been since we've hung out.
Since we hung out. Huh?
Yeah.
It's been years since I had like one of my birthdays or something.
Yeah. Sheesh,
like years ago.
Wow. You're talking about your birthday. After you invited me on this, I was getting the kids ready for bed or something like that, and your 21st birthday popped into my head.
Were you there for that?
Yeah, dude. Absolutely.
that
was a night, man. I'll tell you.
That was a night, and that probably changed my life forever right there that night.
Man.
What a wow. Yeah, it was definitely fun for
I mean, listen, I'll be honest, I had a blast.
I did too. Until I didn't.
Yeah, until you didn't, right? Yeah, that was a crap way to end a night. But
21st birthday. I'm glad. I was. You know what? I was thinking about that today too. I was like, I wonder if Joe was there. I don't know why I was thinking of that day, but like,
I remember loading that barrel of beer onto the back of that bus, man.
Well, let's clarify this for everybody. So, my 21st birthday, I got a like a party bus. It was like how many people you think fit on that? Like 20?
I think dude, I'm telling you, there's probably at least 30 people on that bus.
Yeah, there's a lot. We had a lot of people on there. I don't know how they allow. Because I tried to find a party bus that big again, and it was like kind of hard to find unless they narrowed down the size.
Yeah,
of the amount of people you're allowed on there. But
I mean, you can't feasibly and responsibly take 30 drunken people down to
not bars.
We
were a crowd. So we had all these people on there, and we had a keg. We had cases of beer. We had
there were bottles of booze on there.
Yeah, we had every liquor.
Stuff,
we were doing keg stands on that thing.
Oh my goodness, dude!
And plus, we were drinking before we got on it. We got on, we were drinking, and we go down the south side, which is, if you're from Pittsburgh, you know the south side. If not, it's like there's just bars everywhere. It's kind of like it's. Probably like what?
It's probably a 2.5 mile, 3 mile stretch of nothing but bars and restaurants. There's everything. There's a lot of the city's history just nestled into that one strip of roadway, man. Some of them buildings are older than a lot of things in that city.
But yeah, so we went down to this place. It was called the Matrix. It was a club. It was huge. It had so many people in it, and something happened with some of my friends. They got in a fight or scuffle with somebody inside the bar. Well, the dudes went outside, following them onto the bus after we were trying to go somewhere else. And so these dudes were talking shit to people on the bus, trying to fight my friends. I didn't know. I went back in the bar to make sure we had everybody. I went back out. And I walk right down, and I guess they were saying some shit. I really don't know. I don't remember what happened. No one really remembers what happened. But one sucker punched me right from behind and knocked my ass out. Or they at least dropped me, and then I hit my head off the ground so hard. I had 2 contusions on the back of my brain, on the back of my head.
Yeah.
And then I had a concussion. I had a broken nose. I mean, one hit jacked me up so bad. It was crazy. And then I woke up in the hospital like, what the fuck? And I'm like patting myself down. I remember like what the fuck? Like I'm like patting myself down.
Joe,
I'm like, dude, I didn't get shot. I didn't
happened?
get stabbed. I didn't get. I'm like, was I in an accident? I'm like, we didn't drive. We had a bus.
What am I doing here?
I paid for a bus, and then then I look over and there's some dude wringing out a sponge. I'm like, I just got a sponge bath from a dude.
Oh man.
And I'm like, yeah, son of a bitch.
Icing on the cake, right?
Yeah, right. And I'm like, dude, what? I'm like, and in my head felt like it was probably like having like 4 migraines at a time.
Probably ringing.
Oh man, it was like that for a month or two later. My left ear still rings.
You're a bit concussed, huh?
Oh, dude, I was messed up. And so I woke up and the dude was like, "Oh, you got knocked out." That's what he said to me.
He's real serious. He got real close and real quiet.
He was like I guess he was a doctor because I remember going back and I had to see him.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he was wringing out. I just seen him rinsing out a sponge. I think he was probably like getting blood off my face or something.
Yeah, you were covered in blood, dude.
And he's like,
it's terrible.
He's like, yeah, you got knocked out, dude.
Yeah.
That's where I discovered what a catheter was.
Nuh-uh.
Dude, they didn't even tell me I had a catheter in me. I didn't even know. And then my family, my mom and my aunt come down.
Oh,
so here, this is where this gets all fucked up.
Dude, your mom's such a sweet lady too.
Dude, this night has more stories in that night from this incident than just me. But anyway, so my mom's down there. So my mom and my aunt are in the room. They're talking to me. My aunt was a nurse, so she was down there to like make sure everything was okay. And my mom was, she's probably horrified.
Sure.
And they're sitting there talking to me, and I don't know what this other nurse was thinking, but she came out to change out my catheter. Well, I had no idea that I had a catheter in me, let alone I know what it was.
Yeah, for you to come change it.
Yeah, and she comes and yanks this thing out of me, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what are you doing?
Why?
Yeah, I'm like, why would you do that? Like, what did you do?
Yeah.
Why'd you do it?
Let's start with what's going on.
And she's like,
and then I'll take a reason, please.
She's like, I'm sorry, dear. I was changing your catheter. I was like, my mom's right here. I'm like, what the fuck's a catheter? I'm like,
oh man.
And she was just like, she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then they had to put another one in me or whatever. I couldn't even get up. Like, it was so bad. Like, I just, I kept sleeping and wait. Like, I was in a hospital for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's like with that, like they let me go home, and then my mom couldn't wake me up. So then she rushed my ass back down there. And I met like the second time going down there, I remember like going in and the CAT scan thing.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and I woke up again. Here, so the story goes on with this. Should I just keep going with this?
Might as well, dude. Hey, listen.
I'm here. We're here.
You're off. You're off to a running start.
So, all right. So the second time I go in, I wake up. I'm in an ICU.
Yeah.
And I'm laying there, and they had curtains dividing. There wasn't it was just curtains throughout the room. So there's some dude next to me, and I'm laying there, and this dude comes over, and he's just like a little foreign guy. I don't know. He's a doctor.
Sure.
Whatever. So he's like, Mr. Mahaffey, wake up, and he's hitting my foot, and he's like, like I'm in trouble. He's like, wake up. I'm like, what's up, man? What's going on? He's like, and I'm like, fuck, I'm back here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm back at the hospital.
Here we go again.
And I could only, I might have been there for a while at this point.
Yeah.
Because I was probably there like a day or two. And then I'm like, man, this really sucks. I could only sleep during the day. I was up all night.
Really?
I couldn't, yeah. And I slept all day. It was really weird.
Little zombie life.
So I was like sleeping. So I'd wake up, and every time I woke up was like a nightmare because of my head. And then it was just always someone there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So this dude's like, wake up. He's like, Mr. Mahaffey, do you remember what you were doing the other night? And I'm like, I was drinking. It was my 21st birthday, dude. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. Like, at this time, I didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't talk to none of my friends. Like, so, he's like, well, you want to tell me what you were doing? I was like, I was drinking. I got on a bus. I went to a club, and then I woke up here. I'm like, I have no idea, man. And he's like, well, you need to tell me what exactly you did. And he kept pushing it and pushing it. I'm like, dude, right. I have no clue what you want from me. All I know is I was drinking, and then I got knocked out, and now I'm here.
Right.
No clue who did it. He's like, you're lying to me. I'm like, no, I'm not lying to you. Why the fuck would I lie to you? Like, I have no clue what the, like, and he's like, you were doing, he listed every fucking drug in the book. He told me I was doing heroin. He told me I did acid. He told me I was doing, like just everything. Like he said I was smoking weed. He said I was, just like coke, like every drug there was, he listed it. I'm like,
okay.
And at that time, I'm just like looking at him. He had me so worked up, and I'm like, well, it must have been one hell of a fucking night. Now get the hell out of here, because I'm like, just like my head's pounding.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and he's like, you can no. I'm like, dude, I might have drank, and I might have smoked some weed. I was like, I have no idea. I was that drunk. Like I was drunk. It was my 21st birthday. Like what? Like
I'm drunk with a head injury, sir.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Yeah, I cannot answer.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah, like I'm being interrogated by this dude.
Man.
So he goes, so he gets pissed off and he just walks away. Because after I answered, like, well, it must have been a hell of a fucking night and I'll get out of here. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, I'm here, you're here, you know?
That's
like,
it.
And so this dude goes away, and next thing you know, like a couple hours go by or whatever, and I'm just sitting there like thinking. Now I'm just sitting there thinking, like, what the fuck? Like, what did I do? Did I get drugged, or you know what I mean? Like,
right.
And I'm sitting there thinking about it, and the next thing you know, my mom was coming down and she was trying to bring me food because I wasn't eating. And they wouldn't let me leave until I ate.
Right.
Every time I ate, I threw up. So she comes down and she's like, what's going on? How you doing today? And I'm like, you wouldn't believe my day. And then right when I said that, this lady comes in and like for the guy next to me, she goes, you dumb motherfucker, heroin? You know, like like PCP, like saying it like all like
to you?
No, to the guy next. I didn't see who it was.
Oh God!
I just heard the conversation, and she's like, heroin, PCP, cocaine. You just got out of jail. You just got out of jail. And you're
so
doing
this
all
dude's
this
reading
shit.
somebody else's chart, yelling at you for somebody else.
So this dude had like a stroke or something and was laying in bed next to me. And this dude comes in and accuses me of the shit that he was doing.
Wow.
And I'm like, and I think I just got done telling my mom, I'm like, look, I told you. It wasn't me. Like, so if they try to tell you it was me, it wasn't me.
It was the guy next door.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm like, oh my God, dude, you gotta be kidding me. But between that and the catheter thing, man, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh man.
I mean, it was just so miserable. So hey, if you're out there, you listen to this and you think fighting's that cool, it ain't.
No.
Like, especially when you're on the losing end on a stick like that, there ain't no. And if you're gonna sucker punch someone, you better be ready to face the consequences, because that was assault, and that dude probably would have went down. I don't know why he didn't, but because he got arrested, I guess.
Did
he? Yeah. It was the wrong guy. There was a group of kids, but it wasn't the guy
that hit you.
That hit me.
Yeah. So
they let him go. So, but if
wow.
I mean, I didn't press charges or nothing.
Right.
I wanted, because I mean, like, I'm not gonna made a bad mistake. After I thought about it, I'm like, what the fuck? I don't think I had to go to court at first to do anything, I think. Yeah. I can't remember, but yeah, I almost died from that. And dude, if my mom didn't take me back down there, I probably would have died. They said it was pretty close.
Wow.
It was probably pretty close when I went down there the first time. But man, that's serious shit, man.
It is.
Like, you got to think about your actions,
man. Before. It's not. There's nobody wins.
No,
nobody wins there.
No, that wasn't fun. I mean, I thank God I'm all right, because we know some people that have pretty bad head injuries.
Yeah,
if just from dumb shit.
Yeah.
Well, one was dumb shit. Like, I know one was I don't know. I don't even really know what happened, but. So both car related shit, you know.
Yeah.
When you see someone in a fucking hospital,
yep, on
life support and shit, it's a different story. And I seen it through just not being in the medical. I'm not in the medical field.
Yeah.
And I see, that's some scary stuff to see.
It's shocking,
and especially when it's someone you know.
Yeah. 100%.
So don't fuck around out there. Don't be sucker punching people in fucking parking lots of clubs. Man.
Take anything away from the podcast today. It's don't sucker punch people in a club.
Have you learned anything?
Yeah.
This? Quit sucker punching each other.
Yeah.
Just love.
Be a little nicer to each other, man.
Oh man.
Oh,
so There's other stories with that. Maybe we'll tap into them later on another day.
Yeah, a lot of things ain't worth bringing back up, right?
Just like little funny stories. Yeah, here, you want me to keep going? You want me to do one more? You want me to do it? There's one more story. So my buddy Brian, he was pretty upset about the whole situation, and he decided to take every piece of crystal out of the bus. He stole basically everything, all the Chinaware.
There wasn't a piece of crystal on that bus, man. That was all.
You know what I mean.
He got everything though. He got the pourers. He got all kind of stuff.
Yeah. So the company calls my mom. So my mom's dealing with me being in the hospital because I lived with her at that time. And she said, so they're calling her up and she's asking me while I'm in the hospital. I'm like, Mom, I have no clue what happened on that.
I didn't ride home in that particular bus.
In that moving object, that was not me, I know. But I was like, I don't know. So then here, I guess she was getting clothes. So yeah, they called and they were like, where's the shit at? Or else you have to pay like another $1,000 or something like that. I'm like, Jesus. So they ended up, my mom was getting me clothes to bring down to me. And she found all the shit in my drawers. So all the stuff that was on the limo was in my drawers at my house. So our buddy Brian was just so upset. He thought in his head it was necessary to take all this stuff
and give it to you.
and put it in my drawers at my house. Because like everybody went back to my house. Because that's where
the bus took you.
Yeah, that's where we were planning on staying and everything. Yep. And
keep the party rolling.
Yeah. So they just went there and I had all my goon friends like just hanging around. Like, I don't know what even happened. But yeah. So Brian, that was funny. And my mom had to take it back out to Greensboro, which was like 45 minutes away. I'm like,
sorry about this. Here's your stuff back,
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mom, you had to deal with all that.
Yeah. As if the night wasn't bad enough, right?
Yeah, right. So that was that night.
Dude, we got stories on stories that we could tell these people out there.
It's good.
If you think back to like when we were in school and stuff like that, man, and just how many things that we got away with and got out of scot-free, not even like the trouble aspects of things, but just the dumb shit that we would do.
Oh,
I remember being when you guys lived in the townhouses on Village.
Yeah.
I remember just an awkward Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening. Hey, I'm getting a party ball at the house. Come over. And listen, there's like 15 people in your basement drinking off this party ball. Your mom comes down the steps, man. And she looks around. Everybody's like, oh, hey, Mom, what's up? What's going on? And there's Mike Geidish sitting next to this Budweiser party ball.
Well, we tricked her. At first.
Your mom was like, Michael, what is that? She goes, is that beer? Is that beer? And Mike Guy stands up and goes, no, that ain't nothing but a snow cone maker.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Hey, your mom
Budweiser party.
Pissed, dude. She was mad.
Oh, yeah. What was funny, she was like, because she was at a funeral that night.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, like, I thought like funerals were like,
longer.
Yeah,
it's a Thursday, dude.
But they're like, yeah, like here, like funerals, like you could just go in and give your respects
and you leave. Yeah.
Within the like hour, my mom was gone. I orchestrated a little house party.
Dude, it was perfect. It was all in the basement, like nothing upstairs.
The first time she came down, when she came home, we were like, we hit it all because we knew she came home.
Yeah,
and we were like, and she was like, what's going on in here? We're like,
nothing, Mom. What's up?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Then she went back upstairs, and then there's like that screen door we could barely see through because it's a real dark screen.
Yep.
And she's like, then we all pull out our cups, and she comes down like 10 minutes later. What is that? Nothing. It's a milkshake maker, Mrs. Mahaffey.
It's a snow cone maker.
Whatever. She's like,
oh, dude.
She said, you know what she said? She said, get the fuck out of the house. And everyone's like, she said, fuck it up.
We're going to run.
Yeah, that was like the only time my mom swore. Like, whenever.
Man. Your mom, man, she put up with a lot from us.
Oh, I know.
She did.
Sorry, Mom. Again.
Yeah, she was cool with it.
Yeah, she
was good with it.
She got everybody out of there. No one was drunk. You know,
nah.
It was like we just all started. I mean, like literally, she busted us.
Yeah, we were 25, 30 minutes in. We didn't get a good start on the game.
Yeah. And, oh man,
she was a trooper, man.
She would find my stash of beer. Like, I remember we came home from like Ocean City one time, and she'd freaking took it. she took our garbage bag of beer and
that's it.
All right.
You're out. Mine. Oh man, Ocean City too, man. You know, our class still holds the record for being kicked out the quickest out of any Ocean City hotel.
Oh, everybody was, yeah, everybody was always kicked out of there.
Pulled up, didn't even check in. Lady saw a case of beer, and that was it. Get out. Get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
We know you're like 18. Like
we know what's going on here.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. We could just go on and on and on. What about there's just. We could reminisce all night about it.
Yeah.
Town.
A lot of stories, man.
So what? Let's get into this, Joe.
All right.
Get into this. Enough about me getting jacked up.
Oh, the good old days.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Let's I find you to be a very interesting character.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
I know you as well. You always. When did you start? You're a volunteer firefighter, or you were?
I was, yeah. I started in the volunteer fire service in 2004.
In 2004.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then what'd you like career wise? What was your because weren't you a welder? Weren't you?
Yeah, man. I was a nuclear welder for a long time.
You're a fucking nuclear welder.
Yeah.
I've
worn a lot of hats, I guess you can say. When we got out of school, I didn't really have a lot of direction in where I wanted to go as far as a career. I guess the whole concept of being an adult and figuring your life out was still kind of new.
You're going like community college and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, it never worked out, man. The community college thing just didn't. I just had my mind in other places, I guess, at that point in life. It was different.
Yeah. School was hard. Like hard for not hard, but I mean it's like, because I guess if you're going to school for something, like one thing, it's like, is this really what I want to do when 3 years from now? Or because you're only,
it's a crapshoot, I think.
Yeah.
College and things like that. I'm not knocking the educational system or people expanding their education because, if you don't have that, what do you have?
Yeah, right.
No,
you should be. You should want to go learn something.
Sure. There should be a desire to still, gain knowledge.
Yeah.
But I mean, we were always fed this line of bullshit about if you don't go to college, then you're not going to have any kind of a functional adulthood. You're not going to have a career. You're not going to have this, that, or the other thing. So
I think that's I think
that was like a big, it was a lot of pressure, I think, because that was just what you were fed. You were spoon fed that bullshit from grade 5 all the way up till grade 12. So that's 7 years of people drilling into your head. You got to go to college. You got to go to college. You got to go to college.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to be shit.
Oh, I'm with you on that 100%.
Once we got out of school and I kind of got experienced in the ways of the real world and started to realize that maybe having to go to school for 4 years to pursue something that, I like now, but may not like in 5 years, it really didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You look at people that go to school for 4 years these days, and the only people that, in my opinion, are kind of guaranteed some sort of a career path in the area that they studied in college are your nurses, your doctors, the handful that actually make it through 4 years of college plus med school, residency, internships, and all that shit.
They got a long time.
Those people are in school for,
10 plus years.
It's 10
then
years.
It's
10 years plus. That's if you're actually going to be a registered doctor, somebody that provides medical care or something like that. Those folks, the teachers, and that's, honestly, that's really it. If you think about it, if you're not a teacher,
actually, all right. So yeah, teachers. I think engineers.
Well, yeah,
I do think there is places for college. Like you said, like doctors.
Oh, dude, engineers.
Because you gotta know what the fuck
you go around now. If you think about it.
Well, yeah, dude, so. All right, so I'm an electrician.
Mm-hmm.
There's electrical engineers that figure out them equations that I do not want to deal with. That's not what I want to do. I want to put the shit together.
That's all. Run the line.
You could figure out
tell
how
me where I
many
need to
milliamp whatever
Oh, dude,
it takes to blow up a circuit breaker.
That's it.
That's cool with me.
You need them people.
Yeah, we definitely do. I talked to one today on the phone
Yep.
through one of the power companies. It's like, well, thank God you're cool and you're actually answering these questions because an inspector wants to know for it was, but yeah, like so. I think engineers because but I do think I do think they ought to add to them, like in a way, sort of like they should have like some kind of like go out in the field type of experience, see what the fuck you're building on the computer or on lines, like or like what you're figuring out, what you're making. You should be out there making it too, or
Seeing
at least have a
firsthand.
hands in it at some point.
I think you gain more of an appreciation for the stuff that you study or the work that you do once you see it actually, functioning.
Yeah. Yeah.
You mentioned that I was a nuclear welder and I had done fabrication in a shop for I think 4 or 5 years, and then I actually got on the site service crew, and you take
that's a whole two different.
It is. It's two different elements. You go from a local weld fabrication facility to a nuclear power plant.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like I think it's one extreme versus another. You can't even curse in nuclear power plants; they'll toss you out for anything.
Yeah, right, right.
You say something in wrong time. It's weird. But
because they don't need no hostility,
they don't want any of that stuff in there, man. They don't want no bad vibes in there. They don't want a bad juju.
They got some Bob Marley playing in the fucking background. Like just chill the fuck out, do your thing.
Man, I remember when we did an outage at Hope Creek Power Plant in New Jersey, and the building that we were working in doing cask welding was it was a cylindrical shaped building, so it was just basically a giant circle with a dome over top of it. And they had a crane that was, it just went in a circle. Those were the only movements it could do. And then there was gantry cranes, like trolleys and stuff like that could go east to west.
Yeah.
But the mainstay, like, motion of that, the crane itself was a degree motion, 0 to 360. And when that crane was moving, it would play Three Blind Mice. Like, ding, ding, ding. Ding, really? Ding, ding. Yeah, absolutely. Just, I guess.
Was it on purpose?
It was on purpose.
To make people think like
they're so safety oriented in those places that they actually, if they're doing what they would consider like a large scale crane move, they actually get over the plant intercom and say, attention all, facility members prepping for, a large scale movement and whatever they'll say the elevation and the time frame and stuff like that. Avoid that area, Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow.
Real communication oriented and stuff like that. You have to actually speak.
It's like a real job. Like, dude, you got to pay attention all the time.
You know what I mean? And like, it's like I said, you go from one extreme to another. I went from, again, working in a fab shop. I'm wearing, heavy Carhartts and stuff like that to wearing ER scrubs to weld. And I mean, literally, like you're
you gotta be like static free and all that.
It's not even static free. It's the contamination end of things.
Right.
I guess it's easier to strip you out of scrubs or whatever the fuck when they take your clothes. Cause I had like 10 or 15 sets of clothes just taken. You can't have these back.
Yeah, right.
You're not getting these back.
Yeah.
Dude, I lost an entire wardrobe at that campaign. So we went in for one run, and I ended up losing. I had a Nike Combat shirt, a nice pair of Carhartt jeans, and I managed to get my boots clean that time. But they took that, and then they gave me a pair of...
They take your boots?
They didn't take my boots that time.
But I mean, they would take.
Oh, dude, we'll get to that. It's a good story. This one ends really good.
Okay.
So they gave me a set of scrubs. And, I walked out. No big deal. We went back in for the second round. We did our weld. I come back out. Dude, they took that set of scrubs off me and gave me another set. By the end of the night, I was, we were probably like 16 or 18 hours in. And we come out, we finished, and I'm going through the scanners, and they just they're covered. Listen. They took my boots, they took my pants, they took my shirt. They gave me paper scrubs.
Well, what about your fucking skin?
Dude, I ended up wearing boot covers over my feet to walk the 1/4 mile back to our trailer.
Really?
Yeah. Across gravel. It sucked.
Jesus.
Oh, it's terrible.
But I mean, like, the shit don't get on your skin?
No, so basically there's a lot of people think that radiation just sticks to everything.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. If you go through a scanner and you end up like popping hot for something.
It might be like a little.
Yeah, it could be, something small on your shoulder, a little particle on the back of your leg.
Kind of like dead COVID cells.
Oh, man, jeez.
Go on.
Oh, Lord.
Let's not go there.
I don't want no COVID cells, man. I had it already. I'm good. I'm good on COVID.
I know, dude.
Oh man, but yeah, like the littlest thing could essentially either get you scrubbed down real good on the outside and send on your way, or they take your clothes 8 times. Just take all your stuff 8 times.
So is there like what if it was on your cheek, or are you like wearing a mask and all that, or like something like that?
You try to keep your face away from
whatever the fuck.
Right. But when you're in containment like that, and you're grinding on weld seams that are legitimately in a contaminated zone, in a hot zone, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever though. We
dealt with it.
I had a great time working out on the road, man. I saw a lot of things. I met a lot of people.
I would imagine that would be like a traveling job.
Yeah, I was in a lot of the power plants. I was so I lived in Texas, lived in Georgia.
You actually lived there?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember Georgia was the longest time, man. I lived in Georgia from, I think we left in May, beginning of May into April, and I ended up coming home, I think 3 days before Christmas.
Wow.
That was in 2014 or 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough, man. It was rough being away from my family for that long, and she was my girlfriend then, but my wife, she was actually a huge part in.
So like you'd be just gone for that long.
Yeah.
You just actually considered it living there. Like you
live in I think if you stay somewhere for 7-8 months, I feel like that's, yeah. I feel like you can say that you live there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you. Cause I when I used to try, I was like gone 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Most I was gone was like, I think 3 weeks, 4 weeks or something like that. But like nothing like
months. Yeah.
I mean, I missed every Christmas, Thanksgiving for years.
I slept through my birthday that year. I literally just slept right through the entire day. We got home on it was a Tuesday or it was a Tuesday morning. We got home. I woke up. It was Wednesday morning.
How old were you when you did?
I think, man, how old am I now? So I'm 37 now. It's 20. So I was
like in your early.
I was in my late 20s. I think it was my 28th birthday. I just slept right through the whole thing.
Wow.
I actually, that was back when you could turn your phone on night mode or whatever it was, and it wouldn't ring. You wouldn't hear nothing. Just turn everything off, man.
Yeah.
And I woke up. I had text messages, voicemails, missed calls. It was crazy.
Happy birthday! Why didn't you answer your phone?
You pick up your phone, you dick. You ain't drunk already.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, man, I'm sleeping.
Like I'm in a coma.
I'm sleeping right now. I remember waking up, man. We went up the road to the sushi place, and I got like $100 in sushi. It was, I just gorged myself in sushi.
Was it like a good place, like legit sushi place?
I'll be honest, man. It was probably one of the better sushi places that I've ever been to.
Where was this at?
It was in Augusta, Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Where they played a Masters and such. Yeah.
Yeah. Georgia's on the coast.
It's actually
not there, but I'm saying it's on the, so it's like fresh fish coming in.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Like,
oh yeah. These people, they were real high quality with everything that they made. I loved it. I mean,
first time I had sushi was in Hilton Head, which is
ain't bad
right there.
Ain't bad at all.
Dude, I loved it. And you know what? I think, and that was like a legit place. Some dude took us there like that had like back then I didn't have money. Like when I went there, like I had like nothing. I went there with like, I think a stripped wire that I would get from work. Like
does anybody want this?
Yeah. Like whatever we sweep up at the end of the day and all the scrap wire. No one would take it. They would just fucking put it in the trash, throw it away. I'm like, I'll take it. Well, eventually I got like barrels of it at my house. And this was like back when it
scrap
today, I would have been like very wealthy with what I would do back then. And I'd just go at home and I'd strip it down. And then I would, I think I took like, it was like $600 that bought me a plane ticket down there, down to Hilton Head.
Nice.
And it was like the girl I was dating at the time. I bought her ticket too. And then I had a little bit of money, and I had like a little bit of money saved.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, well, then I went down there, and then the dude that we knew down there, he was like hooking it up. Like everywhere we went, we stayed at his place for nothing. You know what I mean? So it was like really nice.
A nice guy.
Yeah. Oh, he was awesome. He was cool. He's like a real, like, I don't remember his name. I really don't want to say it because I don't know it. I think I know his first name, but I'm not even gonna guess. But anyway, so yeah, like he took us to this sushi place, and I was like, "Hot damn, this is pretty good." And he was like, "This is the first time you ever had it?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I don't know what I'm eating, dude." And it was
good.
Like, yeah,
I don't know what it is, but it's good.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, this is legit stuff." Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta watch moving, and I don't have.
I touched something.
I'm not on Rogan style. I don't have like all the fancy ones yet. One day, Joe.
Give it time.
One day I'll have that for you.
Give it time. But yeah, man, Georgia was pretty cool. I mean, like I said, I met some really interesting people down there, and learned a lot about myself. Not just the trade, of welding. I learned a lot about me as a person.
Out on your own.
Yeah, living away from home is one thing. You get an apartment with your girlfriend, and you're 15 minutes away.
You kind of, yeah. I get what you're saying. Like
home's always home. Home is always a stone's throw away. Home is jump in your truck, go over and say hi. We'll see what's up. When you're down there and it's a reality check, especially if you're not used to the change. I guess. I was always, I was always complacent with how my life was, always took things for granted. And then, turn around one day, you're on a plane, and you're halfway to Georgia, and you're like, I'm not really sure this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going down here to work, and
I'm not coming home until freaking July, maybe, if I'm lucky. I think I came home.
Would that just be like a project? You go down there and like, you would like just rebuild something or fix something? And
oh no, man, they were loading nuclear fuel into canisters, and we were welding them shut. They can't stop for some reason. They can't stop in the middle of the campaign. They run straight through.
Right.
And if I think the first campaign we did was 6 canisters of fuel.
Is that what they call it? Like what's a campaign?
It's always they're outages basically.
Okay.
The plant, they try to operate it.
To people.
What's that?
No, explain an outage to people.
Basically, when something shuts down for repairs, change outs, every general maintenance, whatever.
Yeah, when something big in a factory or anywhere like that needs fixed, and it's used to running 24 hours a day, and they got to shut it down, that's an outage, or that's a...
If it affects the regular everyday operations of something, then yeah, that's an outage. Or
well, you say campaign now.
So
when
we
getting political with this?
Well, no, when so it was always a fuel loading campaign because it was just really in depth. It was for a lot of the places that we worked, a lot of these power plants. It was the first time or second time that they'd been doing it, so they were still very, very new to a lot.
They don't know what.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't have it down to a T.
No, there's still some bugs to work out. There's obviously procedures that they follow word for word from a piece of paper.
No, because now you're dealing with a fucking nuclear.
Right. This is nuclear fuel. It's not. It's not baby powder or. It's not. An ice cube tray, man.
Yeah,
this is nuclear grade fuel here, but they would they call it fuel loading campaigns just because of I guess the complexity that was involved.
No, I get it. I didn't know what you meant by campaign.
Yeah,
I didn't know
it was just always something that they called it for some reason, man. I never really thought to question it. But when we were down there, we were actually loading fuel that was put into the reactor back in the 90s. So they sat on that fuel for however many years it would have been at that point. It was like 20 some years at that point.
Yeah.
That they'd been holding on to that fuel. A lot of these nuclear power plants have to hold on to their fuel for a certain time up until they can, fabricate or build a storage facility on site because all the nuclear power plants have to store their spent nuclear fuel on their site, on their property.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because I guess like, all right, so if that property's already contaminated.
I wouldn't say contaminated, but there's a long-term storage facility for nuclear waste hasn't really been. Have you heard of Yucca Mountain? It was a project that was shut down.
It's an island or something?
It was a long-term, large-capacity nuclear fuel storage facility that got shut down. Just kind of, I think it was due to like public disapproval or however you want to say it. They didn't want it.
Yeah, they didn't want it there.
They didn't want it there.
There were too many stories or something. There's probably bad shit happening.
Oh, you know.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean?
It's hard. It's so hard to say because, you know, there's always an angle somewhere.
Yeah.
There's always somebody playing an angle, so.
Yeah, very true. We're seeing it right now. We're starting to see how these angles work.
I'm more of a straight line guy anymore these days.
I know. We just want to. All right. It's like, okay, don't try to bullshit us. We know what the fuck.
Something's happening.
Yeah, we don't believe you.
Oh, we're not buying into this.
Yeah. So, all right. So from Georgia, like, so is that what got you out of it? Because
No, I stayed in it for a while after that. I didn't actually stop welding until 2021.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Because I haven't really sat down and talked to you for a long time.
It's been a long time, dude.
I know. And I always
this is long overdue.
I know. I always regret like not being more.
Hey, man, life.
Because you look back and like say like who your friends are and stuff, and I mean, all my friends are great. I only got like 10 of them on my hand, you know, or whatever. Like, I mean, I don't even know. Like, it's just I got like close friends.
Yeah. Everybody else is an acquaintance, I think.
Yeah, like you know people and everything, and I don't know. You gain more friends and stuff, but your friends that you like grew up with,
yep,
and stuff. You like it ain't like you hate them or nothing. You don't see them anymore, and it was like you were one of the people that I did not want to not see any. You know what I mean? Like you wanted to remain to that close friendship because we were friends. We've always been good friends.
Yeah. Ever since you moved here from McGuffey, man. I remember.
Yeah. I did. You were probably. There's two people that I remember distinctively, or like there's actually three. I won't say it third because whatever. But there was two people that I remember when I moved here. One was you. Because we started talking about archery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember like having conversations when I first, because it was a whole new world when I moved here. I moved from a country town, like
McFluffy.
McFluffy. Out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Not really. Yeah, it was. It was straight up country. Like we had, cow, everything. And then I moved up here and it was just kind of like, it was just so different. Like everybody was like a lot more like, sensitive, because like okay, in school there 7th grade was like equivalent to being a senior, like the knowledge you knew of like not like school but like sex, drugs, and alcohol, like it seemed like everybody knew that when I was in middle school or no, they called it like it went from like intermediate, which was like 5th and 6th grade, and then it went to like middle school, which was attached to high school. And it was just like so weird. It was so weird because
it's a culture shock, man.
Yeah, and I came up here and I'm like,
it's real rural out there.
I remember
we're really like subdivided, suburban, you know.
Yeah.
Bordering the city and everything like that.
Yeah, I remember like I'm not gonna say his name, but he was like one buddy. I'm still friends with him. His name's Matt, and Matt was like, so what did you guys like talk about and stuff there? It was like just a random conversation. He was like, he just met me. He was like curious about what, like where I come from. I'm like, what do we joke around about and stuff? Like he was asking me questions like that. And I'm like telling him, it was very like, I guess then rated R and he was like looking at me like, what the fuck? where are you from, dude? Why?
Where you come from, man?
What is that? Number one. And number two, why are you talking like that? And I'm like, well, you asked me. That's where I came from. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they did down there.
You wanted to know. Here it is.
It was just like, they were just like more like, you know, like they want to talk about like blowjobs or smoking pot or, you know what I mean? Or like immature shit.
Yeah.
When I came to West Mifflin in 7th grade, they weren't like talking about that, I guess.
You can't talk about that, man. Come on.
Yeah, in 7th grade.
Come on, man.
That's like 9th grade shit, bro.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, that's what I mean by it. Wasn't nothing like crazy. Like, it's just like, it was just a different world. But it was you and Gideon.
Gideon Short.
R.I.P.
Oh, man.
That dude was, so it was you and Gideon. And, I don't even know like how me and Gideon started becoming like one day, because he talked me into wrestling. I wrestled because of him. And I think I moved there like right in time for wrestling in 7th grade. I might have just been 8th grade. I can't remember when I started, but he talked me into that.
Yeah.
And we were friends ever since then. And Gideon passed away when we were 19.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so you and him were probably the first people that I actually remember.
Social interaction.
Yeah, you lived right up the road too.
I did, yeah.
I mean, we didn't really hang out back then, but I don't think I lived on the south end when I first moved here.
No.
And I moved there like in 7th grade, but like we moved there like towards the end of 7th grade. Like my mom found that place. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, whatever. No one knows what we're talking about right now.
Listen, man, that whole lane, man, it's gone.
I know. I drive past it. I'm like, Jesus, man, that was not like, it wasn't a bad place to live. It was just like, it's kind of weird. If anyone asks why it's gone, there's a freaking highway coming through our town.
43 extension.
Yeah. And they're tearing down a bunch of crazy shit.
They are.
I just wonder if this highway is going to be like tower. Like I had a dream one night. I don't know why, because I think I don't know why I had this dream, but I had this dream of this big shadow like hovering over like our town. And I'm like, and it was 43.
That extreme.
Yeah, well, it was a dream. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I like woke up one day and the highway was built overnight, and it was like, oh, it's like one giant bridge.
Here's a bridge, and here's all this traffic now. It's all we
100
hear.
feet. Yeah, 100 feet above the ground. All you heard was trucks.
All we hear are Jake brakes, downshifting.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, man.
I mean, number one, 43 now as it sits is not a busy road.
Apparently this is going to be like the big connector. This is going to be the big success point.
Well, remember when 43 was first put in, like that was supposed to be the big connector. The only people using it was going to Cal U.
That was it, man. How many tolls?
Oh man, now that costs you that's like a $15 trip now.
Yeah, man, you got to watch. If you don't have that easy
pass,
pass,
used to be $1.50,
right?
Now it's
hey, $2.50 get you to Cal U and halfway back. You better hope you got something else to come up with. Nowadays, man, I don't think I'll even get you to the first booth.
You gotta borrow mom and dad's credit card. yeah, you better have an easy pass. It's still mom and dad's easy pass.
Let me get that easy pass for the weekend. Going to visit some friends.
Yeah.
Easy Pass was like brand new back then too. That was like revolutionizing the turnpike industry.
The problem with the turnpike then to get to that college. So there was a college from our house to it was like a 35, 40-minute drive on a highway that was like, it was a straight shot.
It was convenient.
Yeah, and it was like 75 cents each way.
It beats the crap out of the ladder of getting there.
Nobody ever had change on them.
No.
On the way home or on the way there, and everyone was like always scrounging. We were always stuck at the toll, like trying to find. Or it was something weird, it was like a weird amount of money.
It was like $2.30 or something like that, like in total. It was such a weird number.
Yeah, I remember we're always stuck because of change. Like everyone's digging around, like looking.
And listen, if you look at it now, and if that was the worst, like the biggest thing we were. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you sit back, just pull the mic with you. Because
better.
Yeah,
hear me now.
Yeah, so you hear it in your headphones. Like,
yeah,
you'll hear me now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better.
Yeah.
I get it.
All right.
I'm in there.
I should have explained that to you. But
That's all right, man. We'll learn. Learn as we go.
so,
That's the noise that Jim's chair was making last time.
Oh, did you hear it in the
Yeah.
thing? Yeah. The floor like it's tilted down right there. It's not a level floor.
That's all right. None of these houses are
just-
level, man.
You might
It's all
just
good.
sink down. We're in a basement.
It's fine. No big deal. Nothing to see here.
This is not my living room.
But yeah, back then, man, making sure you had enough money for the toll was like the biggest worry you had.
No one ever thought of it either.
And nobody ever thought of it. You know what we had? We had the beer and we had everything else that we were bringing out. The beer was number one.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Beer and smokes. Make sure you got smokes.
So, all right, let's go back to this nuclear thing.
Okay.
What'd you do at the nuclear? I mean, did you stay welded? Like, I mean, how long did you stay in the nuclear deal?
Well, once I quit, so I traveled for like 2 or 3 years, and then I stopped traveling. They kind of suspended the program for traveling for us. They subbed all the work out to Boilermakers, I think was what they were.
Okay.
And from there, we just went back to the shops and just continued to, build the stuff that was going out to these plants, man. Storage canisters and overpack units and transport devices and things like that. It was repetitive, but I was fortunate enough to get moved around a good bit, just so the work was never really all that old.
Yeah.
You would never get into like this lull of doing the same thing.
Oh no, I get it.
day.
Well, see, that's like, so as an electrician, like when you come out of school, or like any time, like if you're looking for a job and you're looking through the paper or whatever, there's always like it'll say like electrician, great pay, this and that, benefits and everything. But like when you like look at it, you're building panels, like pre-made panels or like breakers or something. Like nothing crazy. It's just like all you're doing is you got a box and you're taking letter A, running a wire from letter A, and you're connecting it to letter A, letter B to letter B. You know what I mean? And it's
kind of
like
foolproof.
Yeah. It's
match
like,
the B with the B.
Yeah, right. And then like, because I know a couple guys that did it. And
you're not roughing in, new construction.
No, you're not even building a
development.
fucking panel. You're not even like taking bending the sheet metal or nothing. Like you're just, you're just connecting wires and stuff, and which is fine. You know what I mean? Because like that might be someone's gig. You know what I mean?
There's people in the world that are satisfied with doing little stuff like that. It's one thing I learned working in that plant, man, was there are some people that are just
content.
They're content doing the same thing every day. And they'll do the same thing every day for 25, 30, 35 years or until they die.
Dude, I worked for a fucking glass factory. And it was crazy. It was actually like, all right, so it was actually kind of cool. Like the company sucked. The way it was,
as most do these days.
Well, the way it was managed sucked. The company was kind of like, well, I don't know about the company. I have no fucking clue. They didn't pay that great, so no, they weren't like awesome or nothing. But they fucking, I don't know. The job could have been cooler. But I know, like, so my job was going in. I have an electrical background. I just I wasn't working for anybody at the time. And I went and worked with one of our other buddies. And we were building the crates that they said they'd make glass, like glass panes for windows. Or they'd make just random shit. And it would come down and we made the crates for it. And then we'd load the crates on the trucks or whatever. That was our job. And they had me as like an option to go into the maintenance department, which was kind of a big deal there because that was where the money was at.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, yeah, that's where I'm going to go but I had to work in this one spot for a minute and then I'd transfer over to that. And then my options were limited. Like Pittsburgh's filled with mills and stuff. So if I got my maintenance thing in the mill there, like that's like, good on the resume and you could go to whatever mill. And we were young at the time. This was before that. I went to the oil field. And we're working in this motherfucker. And dude, there's dudes that worked on the line for that glass thing, like All their job was to do was to pick up the fucking glass and put it from point A to point B. Or they would like just shift something around. Like it was like the most simple job. Or not even simple. It was just like, it just seemed so easy and repetitive. Like it was like the same thing every day. They got there.
Death by repetition.
They got there at 7:30 in the morning or 6:30 in the morning or 5:30, whatever the fuck time we started. I can't remember. And then we would get.
Was it a union job?
No. No, they were a union. They had a union. I don't know what fucking union. They're in the same union as like U.S. Steel and stuff.
Probably steel workers.
Yeah.
Steel workers, listen, I come to find out after the fact, steel workers covers everybody. You don't necessarily have to be touching metal.
Yeah. We're making a glass for the metal.
Hey, guys, we know you're a rubber plant. We want to represent you.
But you're a plant.
We're the steel workers.
Yeah. So
we manufacture rubber, bro. What do you mean you want us to be a steel worker?
No, we want our own fucking union.
No?
We want the rubber union.
You know, I don't even know if there is a rubber union, dude.
There might be. Did you ever hear Trojan?
I wonder if that's union work.
So I don't know. Yeah, so like they were like, I was like talking to these dudes, or I was talking to someone, and they were like, yeah, you know Jerry over there? He's been here like 42 years or some shit. Like I'm like, what? It was a ridiculous number. Like, yeah, they were there that long doing that job. Boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom,
Jerry
boom.
probably looked like a wrung out hanky.
He kind of, well, I mean, maybe there, yeah. Like if you just met him wherever, you might not know that. But he's probably the same. He's
Jerry
probably the guy that's
Glassmaker,
at the
man.
same seat, at the same bar, at the same time every day, or whatever.
Some
You know, who
people fear
knows?
change, man. Some
Yeah.
people are afraid of change. They're afraid of breaking their routine.
But there's that's some people's role. That's what they want to do. That's that they're happy. Like that's their happy. They don't like you take that fuck away from them. They're suicidal. You know what I mean? Like you might imagine. Okay, so you take Jerry's like little spot where he stands. Now you put a mat underneath him. Now he's standing on a cushion. You know how fucking pissed off he is. He's been standing on that fucking hard floor for 20 years. His back was used to being fucked up from that.
Now, hey, listen, we brought you something to fix you up. Now
Yeah.
it's making it
he's like,
worse.
no,
I don't want this.
no, yeah, I'm all tweaked up now. No, I don't like it. I don't fucking. I want to raise. You know what I mean? Like or whatever. You know, who the fuck knows?
raise.
He's throwing a fit. He's throwing glass on the ground. yeah. But no, dude, that glass factory was like. Here, I'll tell you. Fucking. You want to hear a story?
Lay it on me.
All right. So I went to. So I don't get sick very often.
Okay.
Like, and I was younger too. Like I if I got sick, like to put me down, like it had to be pretty bad. You know what I mean? So like, and I remember this because I was testing to go into U.S. Steel as an electrician or whatever. I was signed up to do the test. It was already scheduled, and but that at that time that place was put me in a maintenance spot. I wasn't there yet, but they like took me out and they, number one, this place is torn down. It's no longer existent.
Wow.
So I don't even give a fuck about it. So I went and I worked with the maintenance guys and we were like rebuilding some fucking gears or something. It was kind of cool. Like you go and you're fucking tinkering with some shit.
It's
that you don't know what you're doing.
It's not
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
It ain't Jerry moving a piece of glass.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Every day.
although that this particular job, like, yeah, you're doing the same thing, but it's only for a couple of days or maybe that day. And then you're putting that back together on this machine. And the next day you're like rebuilding something else. You know what I mean? So that's kind of cool. I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking do maintenance here. I don't know, whatever.
Little change of flavor, change of pace,
like
man.
you're building some shit. You know, you're making like America. You know, you're got a factory running. You know, you're keeping it get together.
Yep.
And then I was all geeked up about it. And then, so I ended up getting sick. And I remember this because I had to take a test for U.S. Steel. I already had it planned out or whatever. Like they accepted it after months or something. So I went to take a test to be an electrician. But I remember leaving work at night shift and the test was at 7 a.m. I got off at 6. And I was taking Robitussin, Dayquil, like everything to keep me awake and keep me going. Like, dude, I was breathing like I was like I couldn't even like my eyes were like, just like everything was like coming like all like in my sinuses and stuff. It was like so bad.
Ugh.
And so I went and took the test. I manned up. I took it. I didn't sleep all night. Didn't sleep, like I worked night shift and I went right to that.
Dude, sleep's paramount these days.
Yeah, 12 hours work shift. And who knows what time I woke up. I was probably all geeked up. Like I was going to go work there. So I probably woke up at like 2 p.m. And then did that. And then I failed the test miserably. Because I remember I was holding in I had to like blow my nose. And I couldn't. Like I couldn't get up. You can't get up and fucking just walk out of a test.
No.
So I'm like sitting there, I'm like focusing on that. I'm just like, you know what? I just gotta get this shit done with. I'm like reading real fast.
Just get me out of here.
Yeah.
This is not my day.
Trying not to cough and shit. And then
coughing wasn't illegal back then, so.
Wait, but still, you weren't like if I coughed, everything was going to come out of my nose. You know what I mean? Like
it was blow face all over the freaking test, man.
Bad,
that's it. Here we go.
Yeah,
here's my test.
Yeah, it would have been. They would have made it illegal after that.
Are you sure? That looks like a bunch of snot. Here, you just keep it.
Yeah.
We'll give you a C. One get.
Yeah,
get out of here.
So I'm pretty sure I failed that test. I think because they never called me back. So I don't even know how that fucking process went. So I went back to work one more night and I was still sick. I was just like, ugh, like whatever. And then that very next night, you couldn't call off until 4:30 in the after. Like, so if I worked night, I couldn't call off until 4:30 in the afternoon. Or if I worked in the morning, I couldn't call off until 4:30 in the morning.
Right.
So I ended up with I woke up. And I had like, I guess whatever I had, it turned into like an ear infection or something but I couldn't even see. Like my eye was like closed, like I had some kind of ear infection or something.
Damn,
yeah, it was really weird.
Nasty.
Like, yeah, it was nasty. Something weird. And I
caught the nasty, boy.
Yeah, I already
I got a little bit of the nasty.
Yeah.
Man.
I already worked through the majority of it and I called off. Then I had a day off or something. I had 2 days off. And then I went into work the next day and the manager was like, well, or he called me in his office like after the shift started. And he's like, well, you blew your chances for maintenance forever because it was before my probation period. I was only working there for I had 3 days until I was 90 days in or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I blew my chances for probation. Or for the maintenance department. He's like, well, you called off. I was like, dude, I would have fucking died if I would have even came in. I don't even think dude,
I shouldn't be here talking to you right now, man.
Yeah. He's
I still don't feel that wonderful.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I worked for 4 days straight sick. And then I called off because I couldn't even see. And he's like, I was defensive because I'm like, dude, this is my job. And I don't want to do what I was doing. I wanted to work in the maintenance department.
I don't want to be like Kevin moving blocks of glass.
He's like, no, you'll never work in the maintenance department. He's talking to me. You'll never work in the. He was cool before this. So then I went back out on the floor because then I was like, all right, well then fuck you. I was like, all right, you think what you want about me, but whatever. And he would come out and he'd be like, why ain't this floor swept up? Before I was on point. Everything would be on point. I was cleaning shit that hasn't been cleaned in 30 fucking years. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that place looked like shit.
6 inches of dust on everything.
Glass. It was glass dust. It wasn't fucking dust. It was glass, dude.
Yeah, you shouldn't be breathing any of that.
Yeah, no, it was horrible. These people were fucking gonna die any day.
Hey, Kevin's probably dead right now.
That dude that was working in that line for fucking 40
Kevin's
years.
dead.
He quit
punched his last ticket, dude.
I
He's done.
I think the glass was keeping him alive.
Mr. Kevin, we did your blood work. It came back. You are 90% glass, sir.
Yeah, so I told him, he's like, why, you better sweep this floor up. I'm like, I will. Just when I get to it. You know what I mean? I kind of like, okay, well, I'll play the game like everybody else plays the fucking game here. And he didn't like that because he always used to see me fucking running around like a little, because I can't be contained. You know what I mean? I had I wasn't used to an environment. Yeah, I wasn't used to that kind of environment. And then, so then he kept getting nasty with me because I'm like, dude, I'm doing my job. but now I'm doing it at a minimum because guess what? Tomorrow I'm not showing up and then you're going to be fucked. And I told everybody that worked there, I'm like, hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm not coming here tomorrow. I'm never coming here again. I don't give a fuck. Like this job, I think it paid like $12 an hour. Like you're going to treat me like shit and you're going to try to destroy my future.
Was that like what everybody made or was that what you made?
I think that's what I made starting out. I think you like slowly moved up the ladder there. But the thing was with that job is it was good for your resume. It was like factory time. So like you could move to Eastman, then you can move to Still. If that was your thing, if you liked the mill thing.
Yeah.
It didn't matter to me. I didn't like the mill thing. I was doing side work. Like as an electrician making more than I made in a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I didn't really give a fuck like if I quit there or not. And the only thing I felt bad about was fucking over my friends. But I wanted to point a message to that dude that you're not going to ever talk to someone like me because I came in and I busted my ass.
Yeah.
But the minute you talk down to me like that, I'm going to fucking quit.
Seems like that's a big character trait in all these managers that at least the ones I've run across in my time in the trades, everybody that's a manager could have done it better, faster.
Pull your mic up. All right. Without all that. Oh, God. All right.
Sorry, man.
Everyone's mad at us now. Everybody, the whole world.
No, but it's like the whole concept of, you know, why isn't this done? Why isn't it done faster? You know, it just always, no matter how much you did, it was never enough. You know, somebody come in from a shift prior to you and fuck something up, and then you're going in there, you got to fix it. You got to dig all their crap out, you know, and then at the end of the day, well, how come this isn't done? Why isn't this, that, the other thing? Well, because I had to spend 4.5 hours digging out, you know, second or third shifts bullshit that they laid in here. You know, and looking at it, it's not going to pass. And so I might as well just take the time, do it right now. And that way later on, you're not losing time on it with repairs and all this other bullshit.
Well, that's a lot of people want something done their way, and that's the only way. Or
see,
or like it might go, instead of looking at an individual and be like, why? Or like looking at a problem and be like, why isn't it getting done like that? Because maybe someone has another idea. But
the thing about welding is that there's a million different ways to do it. Everybody's got their own way of TIG welding. Everybody's got their own way of MIG welding, flux core, sub arc.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, everybody had their like. Even when we ran that robot, that robot welder at the plants, everybody, you know, my way of running things doesn't necessarily the same way as my partner would run things. You know, as long as everything passed at the end and it looked good and everybody was happy-go-lucky about it, you didn't care. You know, if you weren't getting on the sticks and you know, running a torch head into the side of the can, everybody was all smiles, man.
What kind of like, so let's touch base on this. Like how did you have to go get certified somewhere, or did you work for a company that like?
I was fortunate enough that when I got out of the healthcare field, I said I was done for good. And that was, I was working in the ER. I was still running on the ambulances and stuff like that. And I was just burned out from that. I was tired of, you know, essentially the same thing every day. You know, you come to the same facility, you do the same shit, you know, the strangest and most interesting things may walk through the door. Yeah. That was probably one of the upsides to the job, but you get burned out after a while, and then, you know, you just want to stay away from that. A lot of people get so fed up with healthcare that it's the last thing that they want to do when they get away from it.
Yeah.
Ever again. Which is, I was fortunate enough that my girlfriend at the time, her dad, I mean, again, girlfriend at the time, wife now, he was the...
Gabby.
Gabby.
We know you're his wife.
We know. She knows. She knows. But he was the manager of a nuclear fab shop down there in Turtle Creek. So
okay.
And I got in there as a laborer. We were making $12.50 an hour, and I was surrounded by guys because
you know what? That's all right. That's actually not that bad. Like getting in.
No, it wasn't bad.
That's probably what that glass factory paid,
right?
Like something like that to start out. And what I did wasn't like.
You had labor.
I wasn't at the low end when I started there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I was like, so like that was probably, so who knows what the fuck the low end was? Like, I don't know.
Man, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, I don't know.
$12.50 today would not cut it. Sorry. No way. No chance.
I couldn't.
But we were all mixed in. You know, you had laborers mixed in with welders, and I'm surrounded by all these guys that are doing this, and they're making, $20, $22, $23, $24, $25 an hour to do this.
Like God-like money then.
Back then, dude, that was cash. That was money. It was honest money, and you took something from it. So I started talking to people. I'm like, hey, I want to learn how to do this.
I want to weld.
Show me how to do this.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to have a handful of old timers that had been doing it and been in the game for 10, 15, 20 years. And I got taught in the ways of old school welding. These guys taught me everything that they had known, and from there it was just practice and practice and practice, and then getting the guts up to take the test. And
here's a question: did you like stay after work to learn and shit? Like, did you practice?
Yep.
All right, so let's take the mental note on that. Everybody, he did not learn this while he was getting paid to do his regular job. He would stay after work and do some fucking bonus hours for himself, like personal.
I would do. There was times that I wouldn't eat lunch. I would just go down and practice, or I would come in early before my shift and practice.
Excited about it, like this might be a new thing.
It is a new thing. The thing that I learned probably at age 23 was you got to chase paper. You got to make your money.
Yeah, you
have to make your money. $12.50 an hour while I'm surrounded by dudes that are driving brand new F-150s and big Silverados and all this other shit,
that
dude.
Old fucking Ranger. What was that you drove?
I had an S10. But
S10.
Remember the S10? We had some adventures in that S10, boy. Oh, we did some stuff in that S10, boy.
We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that S10.
Yeah, we'll jump back to the S10 in a minute. But
I got a story that my mom even remembers of you, and she wasn't even right there, but she just remembers it. But go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry, man.
But I learned how to flux core weld right out of the gate. You learn how to do two positions, horizontal and vertical up, and then from there I did that process, just that in itself, for probably a year, and then I got moved to another shop, and it's like, you can't do anything here unless you do this style of welding or have this certification. So and the more certifications you grab, the more money you got. So I would just keep chasing tests, chasing money, chasing tests, chasing money, until you get to the top tier spot, and you got to wait till next year for that 0.25% raise you're gonna get, man. Yeah, everybody was excited for that 0.25. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
but finally, man, it just it kind of
that 0.25.
Yeah, we weren't really great with contract negotiations. I don't know. Right. It wasn't 0.25. It was like 1%, 2%, something like that. Just whatever the median is these days. But it was cool because, you got excited about it. Like you were saying, you were excited to do it every night. And like I said, I get moved around a lot and having to learn new processes and getting put on different projects, and then finally just hammering down a site service job and learning how to run a robotic welder and being a part of, the dry cast storage process as an entirety. It's again, it makes you appreciate everything that you do in those shops, because you're seeing guys putting fuel into these canisters that you built 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, right.
You're sitting there going, man, I really hope these welds make back in this shop hold.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man. It was, you get a couple minutes of anxiety, at times, or man, I hope this cell doesn't.
Not everybody does fucking nuclear. You throw the word nuclear in anything, you're like,
listen, nuclear welding is still welding, man.
I hope I crank that bolt down tight enough, you know what I mean? Or I put that plug in secure, the right way, or whatever you do. Because I remember this. I applied for this crane company. This was years ago. I worked it was one of my first jobs, and I was trying to make more money. I wish I would have took this job, because it's actually, the more I think about it now, when I got in that glass factory, I seen actually I always thought of cranes as just Anthony, like cranes, you fucking drive around, you put them down, they pick up heavy shit.
Yep.
I didn't know that they were in every fucking facility that you move, like mill and everything.
Yeah.
I was always under the impression. So when I went there, they didn't do a good job at selling that, because I had no clue what the fuck I was walking into when I applied for that job. And they actually gave me the opportunity. They gave me the job, and I turned it down because it was the same amount of money I was making. But this is how stupid I was. The money I was making, I was topped out at.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So where I was going there, start me out at there. And I was like, well, I'm in my head, in my young head, I was probably 20, 21. I was probably 20. And I was like, I'm already making that. I want to make more. You know what I mean? Like, no, thank you. I got thinking that I was going to move up where I was, or I was going to make more where I was at. And it was whatever. But this crane company was like talking about Bettis. They worked for Bettis. And he didn't really go into any detail about it. And I'm like, what kind of fucking cranes are in, like, I'm thinking like crane. I'm like, what kind of cranes are in Bettis? I'm thinking of like a hoist or, you know what I mean? Like when you see the things that going above and like all the tracks, I'm thinking of like a hoist.
You're not thinking of a
crane,
a big ceiling mounted crane.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't know those were called cranes.
Something overhead.
I thought it was like a
big
hoist.
old overhead remote crane.
Like a big ass hoist. You know what I mean? Like not a crane. Like, but yeah, they were called cranes, and they built them. They put them in like they're all electric. You know, most of them they're probably like hydraulic and electric and stuff. But it was actually, more I think about it right now, it's like it actually sounds pretty fucking cool. And he was talking about Bettis and like how like secretive it was, and like you had to like look one way, you weren't allowed to look anywhere else, and shit like that. And
weird,
like, man, yeah, I wish I would have took that job, because that would have been cool to see, like
just to see what's inside.
Well, not even you weren't allowed to look around. You had to look at the dotted lines.
Is that right?
I shouldn't be telling you this. That's what he'd tell me. Like,
oh man.
Like, well, what the fuck? He's like, you look around, you just see guards. Well, yeah, they're making sure you don't look around.
Yeah.
You see guys.
Why aren't you looking at his boots? Get out of here. You're out of here.
Yeah, like you see somebody do like cocking a shotgun or something. Like, no, you're gonna keep looking down, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but
somewhere.
But fuck, dude. So you just got your, like, that's what I remember. Like with the, I remember that when I call it, like, that's one of the reasons why you're here, is because you work for this place, and then you just got your certifications through that company, right?
Yeah.
But you got them somehow. You got them.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people think you got to go to school, you got to do this and that. You were fortunate because you had a job, you had a connection, you got in, and then.
About halfway through, man, I actually considered going to welding school. I looked at programs that they had around here. Triangle Tech, CCAC had a program going on at that point. And then there was a truck driver, Allstate. Allstate was trying to get a welding program off the ground at that point, and I looked into that, but everything was so expensive. You know what I mean?
Well, like, yeah.
But if you look at things, compare that to 20 years of student loan debt. It seems, I guess it's a bit far-fetched when you compare them.
You know what? Here's where, like, the tech school and stuff, because I went to tech school. I went to Triangle Tech. I was very fortunate. My mom worked at Pitt. My mom worked at Pitt for 30 years working for dirt. You know what I mean? But only for the benefit for me to go to school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so since I was like, yeah, and my brother, but my brother, like, he didn't, I don't think he did anything with that. I took advantage because as long as Pitt didn't offer the program, I could go anywhere at that time. So I went to Triangle Tech.
Cool.
But my mom worked for that for her whole fucking life for shit. We lived poor. You know what I mean? She worked her ass off. I give my mom 100%.
Fuck yeah.
Number one, for dealing with me. But then,
dealing with you, huh?
But then two, like, her mindset was, I'm just going to keep working here. Like, I mean, I think she liked it, and that was like what her job was. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. But like, she busted her ass. And I remember she would have come home. Like, she had a role there, you know what I mean? Like, in her job. And she worked her ass off. She worked late. It wasn't like she got overtime.
Right.
She was on salary, you know what I mean? So her salary was what it was, and it wasn't a lot. But the benefit, I went to Triangle Tech to be an electrician for free.
Yep.
It wasn't
Shout
free.
out to the moms out there grinding, right?
Yeah. 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 Word. I mean, I don't think it was completely free, but it was
definitely not what Jimmy from wherever coming down here to go to Triangle Tech would pay.
No, it was like probably like, I think then when I went there it was like 25,000. 25. It was like between 20 and 25,000 for a 2-year program.
That's what college kids are going to pay in interest in their student loans.
It is. It is. I don't know what it is now. Who the fuck knows? I mean, like,
I wouldn't even want to think. Wouldn't even want to think about it. Basket weaving majors, liberal arts.
You think that's all in Triangle Tech now?
No. No, the tech schools, I think, are probably like the last bastion of honest teaching as far as a career path is concerned. Trades are always going to exist regardless of.
Well, now it's out in the, like, now people are realizing that, like, they need the trades. Like,
and there's money.
Yeah.
Kids are starting to realize now that money's the big ticket item. And I think that's something that our
welding is one. And you know what? I always look back like, man, I wish I would have learned how to weld. Now, because when I was in the oil field, like, they have like the majority of the thing, like a lot of, there's always welders out there, and you start seeing them guys work. Mm-hmm. They roll up in their diesels and their flatbed. They got their whole little setup, and you're like, man, fuck yeah, that's cool.
Pipeliners are.
They get out, they just do whatever. They're cool. They're cool.
Breed, man.
Yeah,
and they come from all over.
Yeah,
they got their own way of doing things, man. And listen, they're all skilled.
Yeah,
you're never gonna meet a pipeliner that's a bad welder.
The cool ones that you know who's badass is when they roll up with, they got a grill attached to their fucking truck. You know what I mean? They got a fucking little charcoal
I've never seen
grill.
anything like that. I've seen some fancy rigs in my time though, man. I've seen a lot of stuff on Instagram with fancy weld rigs, just
I wish I would have took more time and like taking pictures of the shit that I seen there.
Yeah.
In the oil field and stuff than I did, because
I looked into it, man, but there was no companies that was going to hire somebody like me. Nuclear background or no nuclear background. You're in there, you got to get a job done fast. You got to get it done right the first time. You come in, you make your welds for the day. The x-ray guy comes out, he puts his x-ray on it. And there is no, hey, you got to come back and repair this. No, it's either done right the first time or you're probably not coming back.
So you got used to that, like that nitty... Like that perfection stage, like where it's almost like a craft.
It is a craft, man.
You know what I mean? Like
it's welding in itself is a craft.
Well, there's like welding where it's like you got all right, you're doing nuclear shit. Your welding's probably like gonna take way more time. Like you're focusing because to pass whatever fucking test, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but let's say like your skill set, like your mind right now is like, I have to pass this, and this is going to a nuclear fucking facility, and I got to make sure that this thing never fucking leaks ever, and I'm just gonna weld it, and you take your time, and you fucking got it down pat, you got it right, you got everything looking perfect. Now you go to the roughneck. And I could speak on behalf of roughnecks. I know what the fuck y'all are doing. No, these guys are welders. They're good. I seen them.
They're a different breed.
I seen them. They're fucking good. Oh yeah, the fucking pipeline on a fucking gas line. They have to do their fucking circles. I mean, they have to have that fucking thing perfect, like all the way around, like for a gas line, like Barry. I mean, they got to be on point, but then they're when they're under pressure, when they come out to the rig, when they're like, some shit in the fucking hole. I don't remember the terminology anymore. It's been years since I've been in there, and but right off hand, so sorry, my oil field buddies, but like when they're coming out, I mean, they might be fixing a flow line which has a hole in it,
right?
Fucking, and all the flow line is it's returning all the fucking dirt that it's drilling out. It's returning it back to the thing. It's going over shakers. So sometimes I get a little fucking hole and it's spraying shit everywhere.
Oh, so you got guys that were doing like repair work and maintenance.
Yeah, they might get so these pipeline guys might come out and do that, but they might do it. they know they're under time. Like
it's quick, needs to be done quick.
Yeah, they got it good, but their welds look good. But it's quick.
It is quick.
You know what I mean? Like
it ain't pretty, but it'll hold.
Yeah. It's a good looking quick. You know what I mean?
There's a concept behind it, man.
I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a welder. I like to think like I could weld if I tried, but honestly, I couldn't.
There's so much of it out there, man. So many types. It's just crazy, man. What are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the term? Like someone once told me that if you have blue eyes, it's harder to be a welder because of like I guess your sensitivity of your eyes.
That's weird.
Is that something you ever heard?
No.
Damn it. Someone told me that.
13 years of welding. I never heard that.
Dude, it's been about 12 years.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Or whatever. I was in a oil field. Someone told me that because I
knew a lot of guys with blue eyes that were excellent welders.
Really?
I mean, top notch, man.
I think it's because of the sensitivity to light.
Maybe.
But that was like someone tell me that. And now I don't know. I don't know if it was true or not because they weren't welders. They were just friends of mine that welded.
Right. But one of them old wives' tales or something.
Exactly.
Something your welding instructor
I've been telling people for fucking like 8 years that if you have blue eyes, you can't be a good welder.
Wow, dude.
Not a good welder.
Been setting people up for failure.
Yeah. You're not gonna ever be able to weld good because the dude that works for me.
You can't weld good. You got blue eyes, dude. Sorry.
The dude that works for me, he has blue eyes and he got a welder. Like it was like handed down to him or something. He said that. I was like, what color are your eyes? He's like, because I don't gaze into people's eyes. I don't know what the fuck. He's like, I was like, what color are your eyes? He's only worked for me for like 4 years, and I'm like, he's like blue, and I'm like, yeah, dude.
You're not a good welder.
Sorry,
man.
Yeah, blue eyes. I can't weld.
I've never picked up.
I got
never picked up a stinger in my life, but I'm going to tell you, you can't weld. Sorry.
Yeah. Listen, let me tell you a little something. Someone told me one time that you can't weld because and that guy ran a rig. So let me tell you about the guys that run a rig. They know everything. No, it's kind of fun. It's just an old wise tale. I always wonder if it's true or not because I always hear that. Because I have blue eyes.
That's honestly the first time I've ever heard that.
Well, I'm kind of offended because I have blue eyes, and I don't know if it's true or not. So I have to ask an old.
Are you a good welder?
I don't know. I never.
Oh, then you shouldn't be offended. You should be fine.
I bought a welder once.
What happened?
Nerf. I don't know.
I see you use it a lot.
No, dude, I had this great idea to make grills that attach to your truck because I seen one time. Like they go on a hitch, like a charcoal grill.
That's awesome.
Dude, ain't it fun?
That's awesome.
Dude, so, all right, hey.
I'm sold.
Here's a fucking
I'm sold.
business.
I need one.
Oh, there's guys that do it. There's people that do it. They're out there. So like you say you got a fucking charcoal grill.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a barrel, like what I got in my backyard.
Yep.
But it's attached to a fucking hitch. And it goes right with you wherever you go.
Right in there.
We were at a tailgate and it was a tailgating party for like a Steelers or a concert or something, and some guy had it.
That's cool.
And I'm like, what the fuck is it? I'm like, and at that time,
I gotta find one now.
Yeah, I'm like, because I've been watching these welders for a minute. I'm like, I want to do that. They won't let me do it, but I want to do it. You know what I mean? So I seen this thing at the tailgate party. I'm like, I could build one. I watched plenty of welders because you have to do the hot permit thing, like the hot work shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you sit there and you're watching these welders. You don't look directly at the light.
No.
as a hot work guy.
You get fucked up.
Yeah. You could go blind very easily.
It feels like somebody rubs a whole handful of sand in your eyes.
Dude,
it's the worst.
Horrible. But I remember
I've got a handful of times. It's not fun.
Nah. How can you really like see what the fuck you're doing with the shield on?
Clear as day.
Really?
Yeah.
Just as long as that thing's arcing, you can see what the fuck you're doing. It's just,
there's actually different shade numbers as far as the numbers. As they go up, they get darker. So I think it starts at like a shade 8 and then goes all the way up to 13 or 14.
Okay.
Yeah. You use the lighter shades for the lower amp stuff. Like if I was TIG welding, which is kind of a lower amp process, it doesn't produce such a brilliant arc. I would weld on like a 9 or a 10. If it was low amp stuff that I was doing, like real precise stuff, which wasn't all that often, I would you kick it down a little bit. But like if you're flux core welding, MIG welding, stuff like that, you're looking at 12, 13, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your shades. Like,
yep. I had a fancy auto darkening hood. It was cool. I remember I got it for Christmas the one year, man. Gabby got it for me. It was a Miller titanium. I still have it. I'll never get rid of it. That thing's perfect.
Fuck.
It's beautiful. But it had like sensors on it. It had a clock built into it. There's an alarm built into it. Like there was all kind of cool stuff with it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Gave you a countdown of how long you were under an arc. It was cool. But you know,
Gabby bought you this?
$370, man.
She bought this for you? That's pretty cool. Like, I mean, that's really like.
Oh, we wrote it off. No doubt about it. Wrote it off.
Well,
rightfully so.
Biden's all over it.
That was years and years and years ago. He was vice president back then, I think.
Dude, so, okay. So you went all the way to 2021 with that?
Yep.
Because I thought, yeah.
I worked to November of 2020 was actually when I called it good.
Okay.
I walked out.
That's okay. You got to. I walked out of my job.
Some days you just got to go. There's just some days when... One thing I've noticed about people, especially more than any time prior, was when I got into my 30s. People become comfortable. You know, they stop growing. They stop wanting things. They become satisfied.
They definitely do.
You know, people doing jobs that make them sick, jobs that are just ruining their lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I walked into that building every day, and every day I looked at my future. Those guys that had been there, 20 years, 25 years, guys that are praying for retirement that's
what they're waiting for. That's like all they want is that.
But these guys are broke.
Yeah.
Not broke, but they're broken down, their bodies.
No, I know what you meant. Yeah.
Knees, shoulders, elbows, your hearing loss, your sight loss. I saw it every day. I saw the future of where I was headed if I didn't make a change, which was why, I just decided at that point. You factor in a couple of other things with my son and some other stuff happening at home. It was just the best thing that I could have done for me and for my future at that time.
No, yeah, because especially if you're not happy. I mean, if you're not happy, you could be like somewhat happy. Like you're comfortable because
you find satisfaction. You're supposed to find. I don't think I shouldn't say this because I feel like a real millennial whenever I say this. I like to think that you should find some satisfaction in the work that you do. But when you stop finding satisfaction and you stop enjoying the things that you used to enjoy, then I think that's just a telltale sign of it's time for change, which is like why I said I've worn a lot of hats in life. I was in healthcare,
okay. Yeah.
Several facets of healthcare and the welding. And then, I did a little bit more welding after I walked out of there at another place down in Duquesne.
See, like you could tell me that shit. Like, and I think like, all right, you know what I mean? You wore a bunch of hats, like, cause so did I.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I have that, I kind of have that mindset too. Like where, like when I'm not happy, like when I feel like I'm like getting fucked, or if I feel like, so, all right. So I left my one job for another job one time. I was only making $14 an hour. I was a fucking supervisor, electrician, like you know what I mean? Like I was a lead guy making $14 an hour, or not. I don't even think I was making that. I might've been, but I left that job. No offense to that guy, but like I wasn't making it. So I went to another company that had a little bit of opportunities. Realized I hated that fucking job because I like walked into a whole nother world. And that guy had, he worked for a builder that everybody hates around here, but they keep buying their fucking houses. And then, and it's a goddamn shit show. And then I had to go solve everybody's problems somehow. And I just hated the job. So I quit that fucking job. I just one day quit. I'm like, why am I putting my body through this? I would just do something else.
Right.
And, it was probably the stupidest fucking. It's probably stupid because I didn't have a backup plan. But like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like when I walk into a house and I'm an electrician and I'm wiring it up, and then I got some guy fucking following behind me, splicing in the boxes, like putting the wires in the fucking boxes. And then I come back in the finish and I turn the breakers on after dude puts all the plugs in, and every breaker fucking trips. And I go back to find out every fucking wire is cut and nicked and like every single box and everything. And I'm like, Jesus.
Well, this is great. Thanks.
Yeah, cool. This is
so much for an easy Friday, huh?
Yeah,
We were going to cut out at noon. I guess that's out the door.
Yeah, and then I get fucking yelled at. And then meanwhile, this guy's like 17 times the age of me. I'm thinking he just knows what the fuck he's doing. Because he's just like, because like I'm new to the company. I'm like, hey, here's your helper. He's good for this and that. And all right, well, I'm going to take him from his word. When I fucking get back to your shop and I load all my tools back into my truck and I go home and I don't show up the next day, well, fuck. I get these fucking text messages like, where you at, bro? Dude, where you at?
Ain't coming.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, hey, you fucked up last night. So, like,
I ain't gonna make it in today.
Yeah,
sorry.
You send so and so over to fucking fix all his fuck ups over that. Well, whatever. So I just quit that. I mean, like, why do you have to do shit that you are gonna that's gonna make you so miserable?
Right.
I mean, I'm a business owner now. I have days that suck, but I know I can fix it myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think there's a lot of people to blame in that case, right? Unless you subbed out, unless you got subbed out. If you're,
I mean, like, I was in an oil field, dude. I was making 6 figures. I was fucking killing it. I was moving up faster than fucking anybody. Or not anybody. I can't say that. But I was moving up fast. I was doing fucking good. I was well respected. People started fucking around because times got tight because the fucking rig started shutting down and everything. And people started like, you start seeing the things like, all right, when you work on one rig, like an oil rig, like you're a fucking team because there's only four crews. 2 are on 2 weeks and then 2 are on the other 2 weeks. There's night and day. You are all supposed to be a fucking team. Now everyone's gonna always be like, well, daytime did this and daytime did that, and they don't do this and they don't. I
call it the shift differential.
Yeah, that's all it is. But if your fucking whole rig is kicking ass and killing it, the whole fucking existence of its life, like while it's in one area, while you're in control of it, shut the fuck up and keep doing what you're doing and move harder.
Rolling, man.
Dude, they were coming out with so many more safety. It's like I rolled in whenever. Like safety started like really starting to kick in. Well, here's the thing that I found out about this. This is crazy because like safety's key in that job because that was like one of the most dangerous jobs. Like you
get killed real quick.
You could lose a finger in a fucking second, dude. Like you might not get killed, but you could lose a fucking limb or a finger or get killed. Yeah, like it's very possible. You could just do something so stupid and lose something.
Yeah.
But if you're on point, you got everybody on the same fucking track and you know what the hazards are. And so they could rule out every fucking, so basically all it is paperwork. There's safety protocol, like with OSHA and everybody.
Pre-job briefs.
Oh yeah.
Job safety analysis cards.
So shut down everything every fucking 10 minutes to fucking have a job safety fucking meeting. I'm doing air quotes if you're listening to, and,
safety stand downs.
Yeah, which is fine, I guess. Do them because it is good to talk this shit out. Like, I mean, to figure out what you got to do.
Sure.
But when you do the same fucking thing every night or the same thing, I mean, like, Jesus Christ,
this is about the time the IUP safety graduates came into the work world.
That
was IUP's big claim to fame, kicking back to the old, the college advertisements. And I think that was the year that IUP was like, oh, safety and industrial hygiene, come to school here.
They've seen a marketplace for safety, and I mean, like, did it help? I don't know. I don't know because like.
Let's face it, man.
Because you had safety and bonuses at the same time, and then
if they're not giving you anything extra to be safe, man, the safety man's just a big pain in the ass, just getting in your way, trying to hold you up from doing what you got to do.
Yeah,
safety man don't understand the supervisor's up your ass about how come this ain't done 2 hours ago, type of shit, and the safety guy want to come over and talk about, well, the links on that chain weren't weren't checked properly. Well, hey, listen, man, when they used it for 8 hours straight yesterday, didn't really have any issues. And from the first 4 hours of the shift that we've been doing this lift to make these welds, yeah, nobody's really gotten hurt. Nothing's broke. So why don't you fuck off and let me do my job?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't respect safety guys, because that couldn't be farther from the truth. You know,
that's their job.
Safety
their job
came in there a
yeah.
lot of times to step in when some sketchy shit was going to happen, and somebody would have probably gotten killed. But, you know, everybody got their place in the workforce.
I'm not hating on safety.
No, neither am I.
I'm just saying, like, here's what we ended up doing. Like, so, all right, so let's go to the safety thing. So we were quick so quickness brought us money. You know what I mean? Like, so we got bonuses we didn't always get bonuses for every hole. We just worked like a motherfucker, and we ended up like drilling really good. Well, then our companies started bringing in bonuses, and then we would have to do things faster. But then you bring in the safety meetings every freaking 6 months. It was like, or maybe in like 3 months or something. It was like there's new rules, and you had to have more safety meetings, more things that just slow you down. And so what we would do is we would just plan out better. We'd fucking figure out how to make it faster. Like, all right, so here's our safety meetings. Let's have fucking bulletins of that particular job. And this kind of went company wide. I mean, like, we had a book for every fucking specific job that went, like, so let's say it was like changing out a swab, which was like a common thing, like for a mud pump, which you had to shut down one mud pump, and you would do all this crazy shit. So you would have a safety meeting before that, and then if you really like shut down and you guys stopped and talked about it, you signed all the paperwork, it'd take you forever. Well, now we have like a pre-meeting on it, and then we got in trouble for having a pre-meeting on it because we knew like a swab would blow. Like, you know what I mean? We'd have all these pre-meetings.
Yeah.
And then we got in trouble for that. So we had to have the pre-meetings. Like, we had to have them fucking meetings like during the job. Like, they were like, no, you have to have it like when it happens. We're like, all right, well, fuck. You know what I mean? Because like now you're fucking like, you're fucking up everything. You know what I mean? Because like a swab blows, you're down there and someone's already shut it down, fucking locked it out, tagged it out, fucking turn all the necessary high pressure hoses off and all that bullshit. It's already done by the time someone even thought about fucking bringing paperwork down. And then, but we figured it out. And all we did was we just made that process faster. Like, we knew what the fuck to talk about faster, and then boom, 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 sign the fucking papers and be good, done, gone.
Yep.
Boom. And we did that at night shift when no one was watching. Can you believe that shit, Joe?
We did a lot of sketchy shit at night shift.
Yeah, but everyone's like, oh, well, you don't have to do all this at night. Like, oh, yeah, we do, because there's cameras, dickweed.
We do everything you guys do.
Yeah,
just
better.
Faster. Just faster.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I loved it.
There was always feuding between shifts, man. That's one thing I remember. I do remember all that. I remember working night shift too, and I do remember nights not doing shit or getting all your work done in the first 2 or 3 hours and then sitting on your ass the next 5.
There's times where, dude, there's so much bullshit. Yeah, but here, let's go back to what we were fucking talking about. That was a little rant, whatever. Fucking, so when I quit the oil field was when I knew 100% that I was not safe to work out there. And it wasn't even safe, not me. Like, I was safe because you're always going to be safe for yourself unless you fall fuck asleep, right?
Right.
Or you just stop really giving a fuck. I always gave a fuck. I always gave a fuck about everybody around me.
Sure.
But my mind started going off in other places. Like, I couldn't wait to go off on my own. I was already flipping a house like on my days off and stuff. And I always had the electrical background to fall back on. A lot of them guys out there, it's like one of them jobs like where you're out there for 2 weeks at a time and you're always talking about like, man, I want to get the fuck off this thing. You know what? I want to start this. I want to do this. I want to start a business. I want to start a bar. I want to do, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to do, you hear all these dreams and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, you do that and you do that and you do that. And eventually I'm like, I can't do this. I'm on my way. I didn't have a kid yet. I had a wife. I fucking miss being home. I was like, I got missed like every fucking holiday. I didn't get to see my family when they were here, like everything. I'm like, dude, I just, everything was going to shit. It wasn't fun no more because everybody was getting all pissy. Everyone was worried about losing their job because it was like the oil field. That's what happened when Obama was in. Like it was like up and down, and then when it got down, like you neither like I was lucky. I moved up the first time, then the second time I was in when it went down, it was bad. They stacked out rigs everywhere. Every company was like on edge, and like I definitely had a job. I didn't lose my fucking job, but they sent us home one time. They said we don't know what's happening. Like your rig that you just cleaned up and everything that we knew that, like I knew I wasn't going with, because I was like, because they were like, yeah, you guys are going to Tennessee to do some fucking top hole shit, which is like taking test samples. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
I don't want to do that.
I'm not fucking doing that.
No thanks.
I was like, I'm not going to Tennessee. I'll go down with it right now because this is my hitch. But after this hitch, I'm putting my 2 weeks in. I'm not coming back. And I told everyone there that. I was like, I'm not going down there. Because I was Derrick, I was up on that fucking board. When you do that, you're up and down. I'm like, I just don't want to do it.
I'm done.
Like, when I don't give a fuck.
I've had my fun.
Yeah.
No,
when I'm done. I'm going to hurt someone. Like, my not giving a fuck. I did not want to hurt somebody.
Right.
Physically. Like, because that's all it takes.
Oh, nobody wants that on their conscience, man.
Well, no, I mean,
definitely nothing that you wouldn't have to worry about while you're out there working on an oil rig.
Like, if you don't give a fuck no more, like, if you don't, like if you're welding, like, a nuclear, you just don't give a fuck. But you know how to make shit look pretty. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, fuck it. I just don't give a fuck.
There's been a handful of times where I've stopped and wondered about some of them welds I made out there.
Well, I mean,
or in that shop.
We all think about, like, our work. And, yeah, like, we all, like, look back and be like, was that the standard? Or, you know what I mean? But
is this the way it's supposed to be? Did I kind of half-ass this?
Yeah, but fuck. But there comes a time where you're just like,
when you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
It's just it.
And it's like neither that or you go fucking open up your own fabrication shop and you fucking make your own shit. You know what I mean?
I don't want to see another welder for the rest of my life.
That might be that's like but maybe that, like, you loved welding, but you just didn't like working for somebody. You know what I mean? Like,
it wasn't even the fact of working for somebody. It was just working for the wrong it was working for the wrong people.
Yeah.
You know, you can grind your body into the dirt for somebody, give 120% every day, set records, beat goals, make more money, you know, for the company, and you don't see anything from it. When you see, or what you see 9 times out of 10 would be the exact opposite, you know, which is more bullshit, more bickering.
They want to see more production. They want to see more. Like, okay, you could do that fast. Let's see you do that fast every time. That neat or that, I don't know, welding terms.
The reason shit got done a lot of the times at a faster rate is because everything that went into putting that particular piece of equipment together was spot on or damn near close.
Right.
Like, a lot of stars got to line up for shit to get done at a rapid pace, the correct way. You know, you would weld shell halves together. That shell half had to be cut correctly, it had to be rolled correctly, and it had to be pre-welded correctly. And it had to fit up in a way that didn't require a lot of manipulation, you know, re-rounding, fitting, anything like that. You know, you get one good run or maybe a half dozen good runs, one right after the next, boom, 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 boom. You know, you get some shit done ahead of the schedule. You know, you make the numbers for the month, you know, within the third week of the month. You're not cramming your ass, you know, at the end of the month trying to make the quota.
Yeah.
A lot of things got to happen. And that shit stopped happening. You know, once that all goes away, once the care and the quality of the work go away, man, it's over. There's no, and nuclear work, in my opinion, isn't work that just needs to be done. It's not a just get it done concept. You can't just get nuclear work done. Nuclear work got to be done, and it's got to be done correctly. Because if you don't,
it's a specialty thing.
If you know, it is a specialty thing, but if it don't get done and shit fucks up, somebody could die, man. And a lot of the people that were in charge of the place that I was didn't see it like that. They saw it as a numbers game, not a quality game. It was all about numbers. How much can we get out this month? We don't give a fuck if it's not right. We don't give a fuck if, you know, our quality control people are calling out cracks and welds and we seem to think that they're not. You know, really? that shit goes by the wayside. We need these out. These numbers got to be up.
Yeah.
When the numbers go up, quality walks out the fucking door and never comes back.
And that's where
quality takes a sidestep and productivity moves up into the driver's seat. And that's where all these things just go cattywampus.
That's what people, that's a hard fucking pill. Like, especially now, you know, and that's just today's like mindset is like, and it's all because of money. Because
they want more for less.
Yeah,
let's get more done for less money,
as fast as possible. And I don't care. I don't care. I just want it done right now because I want it done now.
Just get it done.
And I think you thank Amazon and the fucking internet for that shit because
right now
that's what it brought.
We want it right now.
And until you're in a position to say, because I see it all the time. Like people want me to do their job. They want me to do their job now, but like I'm booked up. I'm like a fucking. I'm like a.
It's a schedule, man.
I'm like a comedian. I got places to be at these dates or whatever. I go in order.
Got shows, huh?
So yeah. So I got contractors I work for. I got to take care of them guys because they got jobs that they got scheduled.
Yep.
Got to take care of them, and I got to like make sure they're all coordinated. Some of them jobs, they might be 3 big ones in a row. You know what I mean? Like, or some of them might be like 2 small jobs and a big job, or you know, whatever. I have to manage all that. And then everybody that calls me in between that, like that's when like the little gaps, that's where I fill in. And I try to get it all done. Like I try to make it all happen. And it usually does. But as you grow, it gets tougher and tougher. And then, but my thing is I don't want you to call me back for a problem. I don't ever want to fucking hear from you again from something I did unless it's like a something I can't control, like a manufacturer thing, or like, you know what I mean, like a GFI or something stupid that like might just go bad. I don't want to hear from you outside of that.
Right.
I don't want to hear like, hey, this switch over here ain't working like it was supposed to do. Like I don't want to hear it. Like,
no, don't tell me that.
So I just make sure I come in, and I do my fucking job, and we do it right. And anyone that works under me is going to get the same. They're going to be at the same level because I'm not coming back especially for someone that I'm paying to do the job.
Right.
They're not fucking going to do it wrong either. So
for us, it actually got beyond that. It went beyond that.
No, that's what I mean. It's just like, it's hard. It's hard for me to say, like, to hear from a company that says that, because it's like, I know it exists. I know people fucking do it, but like,
it's out there, man. You just got to put a name to it. You know, you just got to, you know.
I know there's guys in my trade they don't give a fuck. They just want
hacks, man. They just get in there, get it done, and get the fuck out. Pay me, and I'm out.
Yeah, and most of them are 20, like the overnight guys. You know, the guys that are 24/7.
Moving and grooving.
I'm not saying all of them. I know a couple that are just horrible. They will rob you. They will take your fucking money and they will run. If you don't even know any better, even in an emergency, just turn the fucking thing off and call somebody. Call a few people. Get a fucking opinion. You know, like don't
opinion.
Just don't call that first guy that has puppy dogs on his fucking ads and shit. Like, it's real.
Oh man.
Yeah, just
stay away from the puppy dog ads, everybody. Keep away from it.
It's real. But fucking all right, I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break.